Yeah, good evening all. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not?
Yeah, it is visible.
Fine, thank you. Yesterday we had a session just I was giving introduction to this Google Cloud platform. So various cloud service providers, not only like AWS, Azure and GCP, we have got many other cloud service providers like Oracle Cloud, Salesforce, VMware, Liquid Web, Alibaba. Most companies preferring this GCP, Azure and AWS.
Okay.
So GCP growth is increasing rapidly day by day. So today GCP. So if we see companies getting towards GCP, in GCP we store data, we retrieve. Just I'll take 5 minutes what we discussed in the last class. Perform data analytics. We see high availability of data. Here data is safe and secure like Gmail, easy to scale, right? And what is the difference you see between this AWS, Azure and GCP, and why to choose GCP? Why we need to go for GCP, right? GCP is the fast biggest network in the world. It has got petabyte bandwidth, separation of compute and storage, pricing, flexible pricing, customization features you can see, scalability, increasing or decreasing, live migrations like and big data and machine learning things. And also we got free trials which are free for some services free for 3 months, some are free for 1 year, some are free for lifetime. Customer systems migration. Customer systems migration, right? Yes. Okay. And if we talk about a data engineer versus ETL developer, a data engineer versus an ETL developer, right? Everything deals with the data. Everything deals with the data. Today's total world flooded with the data. Data has got experience and data has got future reference. Yes, data engineer deals with the data management, that is data storage and data processing. Data engineer as compared with the traditional ETL developer, he should handle all varieties of data. He should handle all varieties of data, should work with the structured, semi-structured, unstructured data, should work with streaming data, and should
Yeah.
work with NoSQL data, and also work with all formats of data.
Hi Vijay, this is Chandan here.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, so actually I'm very new to the GCP, okay.
Yes, yes,
So in my current company, they suggest to learn GCP. The things are migrating to the GCP.
yes.
Okay, so uh, like the ETL is like it in GCP it's part of ETL is a part of GCP and I'm not
Yes.
sure about it.
See here, in our course, we'll be discussing more on this GCP data engineer, right? Data engineer
Okay.
performs mostly like ETL, right? Extracting, transforming, and loading, but not only like structured data, like a traditional ETL developer. Here is going to deal with all varieties of data:
Okay.
structured, unstructured, semi-structured, streaming data, data which keeps on generating, which keeps on incrementing, and also like NoSQL data with schema-less behavior, and also with all formats of data, like all this we will be dealing with.
Okay. So see, in my current company, right, I'm working in production support engineer
Hmm.
in CME. It's a US company.
Hmm.
So the GCP the means like some migration is going on. Means
Hmm.
like then the jobs are running, the alerts are coming with the jobs. Some major alert will come. So we have to check through the GCP what error log it's occurred, why it's occurred, and what is the root cause of that. So we have to check all these things. So
So yes, so just I'll be discussing about all those things. Once I'll can just go through the course. Yesterday's session, did you attend?
no, no, sir. Actually, Yesterday only I called to the
One second. Okay.
Durga.
Okay, fine. That's fine. One second. One second. Okay, that's fine, right? So, okay, I'll come back to your queries at the end of the sessions. Just I'll be briefing you about, just I'll be going with some technical things today. So so here, working with all varieties, handling data, ingesting data, extracting, storing, filtering data, transforming data, processing data, merging, sorting, grouping, and analyzing data. So he also involves how to extract the data, that is, what are the sources of data, what is the format of the data, how to process the data, what is the destination of the data, is going to pull the data from different sources, extract it, store it, process it, loading it into the task. Data engineering designs. See, a data engineer is going to design and maintains an entire organization's entire data infrastructure. So he ensures that data quality, data storage and processing, collaborating with the data scientist and analyst, monitoring the data infrastructure, and also implementing ETL and data security. The data should be secure at each step of the process without any data leaks or data exposure. If you see what are the key GCP products or services that I'm going to discuss. Cloud storage for storing the data, BigQuery for fast querying, storage, analysis of large data sets, Dataproc for big data processing and analytics, right? Databricks for PySpark processing, and see this big Dataproc and Databricks for big data, this processing, right? And PySpark processing, Dataflow for stream and batch data processing, for streaming data, data which keeps on generating, data which keeps on generating, which keeps on incrementing, such data we call like streaming data, or batch processing, batch applications like user non-interactive application, user interactive applications, web applications we say, user non-interactive applications we say, Cloud Composer for automating and monitoring data pipelines, Bubba Sub for messaging and data ingestions, right? Yes. If you observe carefully, yes, one second. Monolithic processing and distributed computations, distributed. If you see big data, Hadoop has brought a revolution in this distributed processing, distributed computations. In this big data, we have seen Spark, a very high speed processing execution model for processing huge data. So PySpark, we use a PySpark, very high speed processing technology for processing huge data at quick time. It has got in-memory computation and massive parallel process. So assume Databricks is going to provide some cluster for this Spark to run. See, assume cluster means a group of, see, cluster means some group of systems which are interconnected. So multiple systems, hundreds of systems will be interconnected and they'll be running parallelly on a single task or on a single file. Assume you have got some cluster of 100 nodes, means 100 systems. Think that you got a cluster of 100 systems, 100 nodes. 100 nodes cluster, like they're processing like 1 TB data. They're processing 1 TB data. For example, tomorrow your data volume increased, some cluster is used, same cluster is used, right? Speed goes down because if your data is increased, but still if you're using the same cluster without increasing the systems. See, for example, a labor example, a work to be done by 10 people. If the work to be done by 10 people, But if I'm increasing the workload, I need to increase I need to increase the number of people also to work. But without increasing the number of people, we're increasing the workload. The speed goes down. The same way here also, if your data volume increased, your cluster is same, speed goes down. Solution scaling up the cluster, adding 100 new nodes. After 1 month, again 100 nodes got added. So every time scaling or adding the physical data center is a complex task. So solution, same cluster I want in the cloud, and that too with auto scaling feature. Who is providing this? Databricks. So Databricks provides Spark Cloud Cluster with auto scaling feature. So today your organization data load requires 100 nodes. Tomorrow data volume increased. It has to extend to 200 automatically. And after processing is done, again it has to revert back to 100 nodes. That is what auto scaling means. Spark is 100 times faster than normal disk processing. If you want to see the speed of Spark, Yahoo has taken a table of 100 TB consisting of 1024 columns. Task sorting based on 16 columns. Time taken by Oracle. It has taken 3.5 days to work with this. MySQL has taken 6 days to process this 100 TB data. Teradata, a specialized database used for data warehouse, it has just taken 4.5 hours. Netija, another database, specialized database used for data warehouse purpose. But finally, Hadoop has taken 3.4 minutes. Finally, Hadoop has taken what? 3.4 minutes. These have taken days of time. These have taken hours of time. These have taken minutes of time. So Hadoop has got a very high speed, 100 TB data in just in 3.4 minutes. But if you see the speed of Spark, Spark is 100 times faster than Hadoop. Then you see the speed. Spark is 100 times. Already Hadoop has got very high speed. Spark is 100 times faster than Hadoop.
Is
Spark
this
is 100 times.
Spark Scala is the same?
Yes, yes. Spark can be
Okay.
implemented in multiple programming languages.
So
Spark.
the Spark will come like it. It's a part of GCP. It will come in like.
So I'll be discussing about this PySpark, Spark with Python implementation.
Okay.
So here Spark is 100 times faster than Hadoop. See the speed of Spark, right? Yes. Okay. Fine. I'll just go with you some practical, but I'll just show you. If I want to interact with GCP services, just now I was talking about the GCP services, right? Check it. So here you can see Databricks, PySpark processing, Spark processing, Dataproc for big data processing, BigQuery for fast querying storage, Dataflow for stream and batch data processing, CloudCom, all these things. For example, if I want to work, okay. So console.cloud.google.com. If we want to interact with GCP services, so understand carefully. So for GCP free subscription, I'll be discussing in the next session. You will be getting around a $300 credits, free credits will be added freely to your account. Whenever you create a free GCP account, right, you will get a $300 credits will be added freely to your account. That is around 26,000 rupees, which will be added that you need to make use within 3 months duration.
Okay,
Interacting
so
with
3 months we can use, or like there is no charge for that, right?
yeah, no charge for that, 26,000 rupees. So even you can use within the 3 months, even if if 4 people are using this also, that much credits won't, you can still be available. So enough,
Okay.
these credits are enough for working with this GCP and interacting with GCP services. Many services I said, right? Just before we have got many GCP services. 4 ways if you want to interact. 4 ways to interact using the console, using the console. Second, cloud shell, cloud shell, cloud SDK, APIs. So console, cloud shell, cloud SDK. Just I'll give you how you can interact with GCP services. Console, how you can open console means once you got the subscription, right? I'll just show you like how you get the subscription, but later just you can check with these things. How to open console. See, console.cloud.google.com. What is that? Console.cloud.google.com. You need to say. If you got multiple accounts for this GCP, which account you want, you can just go with it. So here I'll see you'll be getting that option. So switch account. I just want to go with a different account. So select that account which you want to just sign in. Vijay Spark Trainings. You'll ask for the username and password. Getting this GCP free account is just a 2 minute step. In the next session, I'll be briefing you about that, or even you can check in this Google. You can say very simple how to create it. Okay, can you see? I've got 26,306 credits. 0 credits are used till now. This is my GCP homepage. So let me select this first my project one. This by default you will see this my project one. See, this is what the left panel where you can see all your resources. You can see all your resources, building APIs, Vertex A, compute engines, BigQuery, Cloud Run, Cloud SQL, right? All these things you can see. This is your project space, and this is
So,
your search space where you can search for any service here. And this is you can see one Gemini assistant, you can see where you can type any of your queries. Here this is what cloud, this is what console. If you want to open cloud storage, Google Cloud Storage, right? Cloud storage, you can say cloud storage, you can say click on this cloud storage, it gets opened. Cloud storage, you can say it gets opened slowly. So this is what console where you can interact with any of these services. If you want to
so
see how many
Vijay,
buckets are available, yes, go ahead.
yeah, so the same console we are logging into in our office, okay? So they have given some account, like we have E account and A account. So that is admin account. So when we log in, right?
Mm.
So it will ask for the user ID and password, and then it will one option will come copy to the link. Then we'll go to the putty where we log in to our host, like landing host. There we have to give some command, then we are copying that link. So it will go to the it will log into the GCP through the putty.
Yes, yes.
Then we can switch to the kubectl, and just we are running some command kubectl kubectl and something.
Okay, I'll come to that. I'll come to that, right? Yes.
No,
So here,
like I'm just telling, like just uh means like just we started now, so that's why.
so
Uh,
different ways of interacting with the GCP services. I said there are four ways. I said this is one way. Means depending upon companies to companies, individual to individual, right? They'll be using any of that how to interact with the GCP services. This
okay.
so now I'll just show you the various other ways. So if you want to say open cloud storage, you can open cloud storage and you can say, or if you want to open BigQuery, anything if you want to open here from console, you can interact. I'm saying BigQuery, if you say BigQuery gets opened, anything you can open from here.
Which the alert we are getting, right? So when we click on that, that link will come
Mm,
along with that. So
mm,
that that options are coming, whichever you are showing, right? That
mm,
options are coming there.
mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is one way how to interact with the GCP. So this is one way. Another way is check it. So just I'll click on this Google Cloud. Now can you see this one way? Second way is can you observe here what is the second way? Cloud Shell. Let me say about the Cloud Shell.
Yeah, yeah.
Cloud Shell means you can just check it in the same home page. You can see otherwise can you see this activate Cloud Shell? Activate Cloud Shell. Authorize you need to say. This is what the Cloud Shell, where you can
Okay.
work with we can work with the Cloud Shell, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You want to work with the Cloud Shell, here you can just check what this Cloud Shell. And again, here um, it is a see console. Previous one is a console. It is a web-based one, web-based graphical user interface. Visually, we can interact with GCP services. This is Cloud Shell, right? It is a web-based. It is also a web-based one, but command line interface. It is a command line interface. We using commands we interact.
Yeah,
Using
yeah.
commands we interact with GCP services. Here also again we see two types. So here once I open in a new one, yes. If you want to open in a new terminal, just say new terminal. Click that and close that previous one. So here, so here, okay, here you can see this is the shell open in a new terminal. Previously, this is Cloud Shell. It's a web-based command line. Using commands we interact. Again, here you are going to see two types, terminal and editor. Here again, you are going to see two things, terminal and editor.
Okay.
So if you just unselect this, right? Unselect this. Can you see terminal and editor? Can you see terminal and
Yeah.
editor? Here terminal means we run commands and scripts. Editor is like a version control, managing source code, version your source code. Here also we can run commands, scripts, just like VS Code. Visual Studio Code, right? VS Code,
Hmm.
just like VS Code it is. And here to open this editor, open editor, you can say, click it, editor gets opened using like editor, right?
Yeah.
This is an editor from a Cloud Shell. Like if you want to create any file and if you want to run any files, right? Yes. See, go to this Explorer and open folder. You say, same this folder. You say, Vijay Spark 13, the user. You can say that. For example, I want to create a Python file here. It's VS Code, just like a VS Code I said, right? So just here, here file is there, new file. Click on this new file. Sample, okay, for example, test.py. I'm creating a Python file. Enter, a Python file gets open. Can you
Okay.
see? Can you see here? You can see. Okay. Now, any valid Python statements like print good evening, print good evening, x value is 10, y is 20, print x plus y. So you get to this, I can just execute these things. Here, if you want to run this, run Python is there. If you right click on this, if you right click on this and say run run Python file in terminal, you can see that it's going to run in terminal. Good evening, the output, and that x plus y value is 30, and get it here. This is what we call editor. Editor is there, terminal is there, both we can see. If you want to get both of them, you can say both of them. If you just click on this, terminal also gets opened. This is called a terminal. This black color one, this white color one, we call it as shell. Yes.
Okay.
Again, unselect that. If you doesn't want this terminal, again, if selected, terminal will be gone. If you both will be gone. If you want to select both, you can see Cloud Shell, right? This Cloud Shell is a Linux-based virtual machine. It is a Linux-based virtual machine. When whatever, see, when whoever gets Google Cloud account, free account, right? They are given with this Cloud Shell with small Linux VM virtual machine. It is free. Linux virtual machine, nothing but a Cloud Shell is what we are discussing about the Cloud Shell. Here we use commands, Linux commands. We need to have some basic knowledge on Linux commands to interact with this. So what is the size of virtual machine? What is the size of virtual machine means 5 GB storage will be there. Cloud Shell with pre-installed client libraries. We see like pre-installed client libraries like Python, Java, Node.js, Docker, Terraform,
So
all these
like,
things you can see.
which we are using in our company, it is Cloud Shell, I think, right?
Hmm. Anything, Cloud Shell is there, Cloud SDK is there, console is there, and APIs, many things you can use. This is the Cloud
Okay.
Shell. So here, if I want to execute this test.py from here, so Python test.py. So you can see Python already installed. You are getting the output here. You didn't install Python. Already Python will be pre-installed. It comes by default. If you say clear, clears the things. If you say Python version, it will display the Python version, hyphen version, Python 3.12. Even Java is available, Java version, Java hyphen version, you can check. Java is installed, everything are pre-installed. We are getting all the pre-installed. Can you see? Open JDK 17, Java 17, right? And even if you say any other things like a Docker, Docker, Docker hyphen version. Yes, say enter. Docker 28. Okay. So it's a Docker is a platform designed to help developers build, share, and run container applications. So here we've got many client libraries. You can see you got many client libraries. If you want to do some kind of settings, here settings is available. If you want to change the color of this and also the text size, font size, everything. So, okay. So this is Cloud Console and Cloud Shell. So here also with this Cloud SDK, what I'm going to discuss next. This is web-based, but this is not web-based. This is not web-based. This is not web-based. We need to download and we need to install it. We need to download and we need to install it on your local machine and you can interact with it. And the APIs, later I discuss about the APIs, right? Okay. Cloud Console, Cloud Shell, Cloud SDK. So just observe here. Okay, 1 second. Hold on. So it is a web-based CLI to interact with GCP services. Here using commands, we interact with the services. So we interact, and here interacting with GCP services, multiple ways, 4 methods I said. Okay, one by one. Cloud Shell, it is a web-based CLI for interacting with GCP services. Here we use commands like ls command, rm command, just like Linux. We create a resource, we delete a resource, we update a resource, we can revoke permissions here. Here using Cloud Shell, you can create a GCP service, we can delete a resource, we can update a resource, we can create a resource. Again, I said there are two types, terminal and editor. Just now I was discussing about those two. More on this Cloud Shell, like it is a like a virtual machine of 5 GB storage. Okay. Cloud SDK, if you talk about Cloud SDK, right? It's software development kit. It will be installed on local machine, interact with GCP services. It is not web-based, it is local-based command line interface. It is also a command line interface. Both Cloud Shell and Cloud SDK are command line. Both used commands to interact with GCP services. Cloud Shell and Cloud SDK both uses command line to interact with GCP services. Here also we create a resource. Here also we delete a resource. We update a resource, apply and revoke permissions. If you want to create Cloud SDK, right? Go to the Google. So Cloud Shell, I said, go to your home page. Go to your home page. See, if I doesn't want this cell, doesn't want this, if you just go to your home page, close it, leave. Understand, this is your home page. Here your Cloud Shell is there where you can be activating it. Next, Cloud SDK. If you want to work with Cloud SDK, just open Google. Google.com. Google Cloud SDK. Google Cloud SDK download for Windows, you say. Google Cloud SDK download for Windows, you can say. Install the G Cloud CLI, you will say. Install the G Cloud CLI command line interface, you can say. Here you can see for different, for Linux, for Red Hat, for Ubuntu, for Mac OS, for Windows, you select. Scroll down a little bit. You will see the option download this cloud Google Cloud CLI installer. You can say download it. Your download starts and will complete. Right here you can see the download. Okay. Once it is downloaded, right? Once it is downloaded, 1 second, you can see it here. The downloads will be able to see. Google Cloud SDK installer, double click on this. So 1 second, sorry, there is no space on this C drive. File Explorer, something, refresh, refresh. Okay, in this downloads, Google Cloud SDK installer. Can see this, right? Yes. Next, you can say Google Cloud CLI installer. I agree, you can say. Single user, you can say next. Some space is required, the space is not. So this normal installation only, say next, 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 next. So here, how to install. Once again, I'll show you in the next session, right? So here, what is this SDK? It is also a command line. It is also a command line, right? Where we'll be using command line interface. Both Cloud Shell and Cloud SDK are command line. They use commands to interact. Here also we can create a resource, we can delete a resource, we can update a resource or apply permission. See the difference between these three things. If you want to interact with the GCP services, if you want to interact with GCP service, it is web-based, it is web-based, Cloud Shell and Cloud Console. But this is not a cloud, this is web-based, it is local-based. It is not hosted on the web. So here interacting with GCP services visually, like here interacting through commands, command line. Here also through commands. Here we create a resource, we delete a resource, we update a resource. Same thing here, same thing. We create resource. So multiple ways to interact with GCP services. Multiple ways to interact with GCP services, right? Yes. Okay, fine. One more is there, APIs are there, I'll be discussing, right? So everything will be discussing step by step from the ground level to the advanced level. The installations, wherever the configurations, everything you can do parallelly along with me and just check with these offerings from my side. And you can just check with the course content once. So the offerings from my side, live session video, each and every session video, even if you miss any session, you will be getting the recorded session of this video. Each and every session video you will be getting to your Google Drive. Soft copy of this class notes. Assignments and tasks to work, assignments and tasks to work, and a WhatsApp group for technical discussions. If you get any error, you can take the snap of it and post it in the WhatsApp group. Interview questions around 200 and live interactive hands-on sessions. Apart from this, you will be getting these things, right? Unix, Linux, shell scripting videos around 120 videos of Mr. Durga and MySQL videos around 35. And Python videos, you can see you will be getting Python videos, you'll be getting MySQL videos, Unix Essential Scripting. These are the prerequisites for this course, right? So get enrolled and get this videos. By the next week, you will be getting knowledge on this Linux, Unix, basic commands required, MySQL and Python also required, right? Yes, we can check with that. The timings of this batch will be 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday 2 hours to 2.5 hours. Sunday also 2.5 hours will be having. So like weekly, like 4 to 5 hours session. Around 3 months it goes. 12 weekends it goes. We'll be discussing in brief. You can just check with this course content, right? Module 1 GCP Data Engineering Fundamentals, Module 2 Google Cloud Storage, Cloud SQL, BigQuery, Dataproc, Databricks, Dataflow, Google Cloud Composer, Data Fusion, DBT, Introduction to Google Cloud Platform, GCP Data Engineering Fundamentals, starting with GCP with the normal Gmail account, with the dummy account, storage and databases, BigQuery, Cloud SQL, Google Cloud GCS, setting up data lake using GCS. You can see set up data repository in using the Google Cloud. A second. And just check with this. And also Cloud SQL, setting up some database using this Cloud SQL, right? Yes. And data ingestions and integrations, data processing, transformations, data warehousing, and BigQuery, you can see for building data warehouse.
So Vijay, before starting this course, what knowledge is required? Basic knowledge.
1 second, I'll come back to you that query. So
Yeah.
big data processing, ELT data pipelines, Databricks, PySpark processing, ELT pipelines, integration with Spark, data flow, Beam development, cloud, PubBar sub, Google Cloud Composer, data fusion, cloud functions, Terraform, data pipelines using DBT, Airflow, and BigQuery, and machine learning in GCP, security monitoring and governance, real world GCP data engineering scenarios, right? All these things I'll be discussing. Yes. So the prerequisites I said, right? So like basic Linux commands required and basic Python
Okay.
knowledge and basic SQL knowledge, basic SQL, basic Python and basic Linux.
SQL and Linux I know very well. Python I don't know. Like
Okay, Python, just before I go with the practical, I'll be briefing you about the syntaxes of this Python. And also you'll be getting videos where you can go through that videos and check.
okay. Okay, so after completing this course, we will be able to
Okay.
uh,
So
switch.
let me say about the job market of this GCP. So this data engineering using GCP. See, these data engineers have got the highest average salary as closely as data scientists. The two highest paying jobs, data engineers and data scientists. So data
Okay.
engineers, see data engineering jobs, you can see the companies like Facebook, Intel, Microsoft, Amazon, all this, they are interested in hiring data engineers with a great salary packages. Even like tech giants like if you talk like Google, Apple,
Okay.
Cognizant, Walmart, all this, they are offering high paying jobs. Even if you want to switch out to a career where you want great packages, salary packages, and where you can see high boom and where you can see the calls are more, data engineering using GCP is one of the best choice where you can just go with this. And here,
Okay.
everything from the ground level to the advanced level, as someone said, if it doesn't have any prerequisites, everything I'll be covering as part of this. So you'll be getting each and every session.
So
Yeah.
okay. So as I said, like I'm working in production support.
Hmm.
So this course will be fit for me. Like
Yes, yes.
okay. So actually, I don't know about means like it's very new for me. So
So
That's why.
everything I'll be discussing, even if you want to do parallel, you can do parallel along with me. So everyone, if you want to do the practicals along with me parallel, it is much better and recommended to do the things parallel along with me. Fine. So all
So
the
we have
sessions.
one doubt, like the class is 4 to 6, right?
Mm.
So, alternative, we are working on Sunday as well. So two shift we have. So second
So
shift.
if you miss any session, you can go to the videos. If you got anything right, you can ask in the next session, or you have got a WhatsApp group to interact. If you got anything errors, or if you got anything, if you not understood, where you can debate or interact in the WhatsApp group with the other students or with me. Okay.
Okay. Is it possible, to shift the timing? Not possible, right? Or is it possible?
So it is a pre-band batch, right? No, it won't be possible. This it will be from 4 to 6 only.
Okay. Okay.
Fine. Any other queries from you, anyone? Okay. So just to get enrolled and get this access to the videos, and you'll be getting the videos, you will be getting this notes, soft copy of this notes from next week, next Saturday, the link will be changing. You are supposed to get enrolled for getting the link for the next session. So you'll be getting the link to your Gmail. You can see in the chart, a big message is given by this online team. Their contact details you can see, and the course content details they are provided. If anyone missed yesterday's session, you can see, go to the yesterday's videos and the payment
So
details.
the class will be a start from next week.
So actual course will be starting from next week.
Okay. Okay.
And then the payment details, account details, GPay details, phone pay details, everything are given. You can just copy those things, and clearly they have messaged a note, right? So if you have got enrolled, don't forget to share the screenshot of your payment. Don't share the screenshot of your payment to the mail ID that is provided, DURGASOFT online training. Okay. Fine.
Okay.
Any other queries, sir? Okay. So yesterday today there are introductory sessions. From next week we'll be starting. So get enrolled to get the link. So if I'm done with the queries, I'm signing off for now. Thank you all for your time. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.